Curly hair should not be complicated, so here's my foolproof curly hair routine to help you keep your curls moisturized and defined all week. So if you're a beginner, you need to sit down. First, you want to go ahead and take your spray bottle and make sure that your hair is soaking wet. And this is going to make sure that you don't have any wet frizz. So the very first product that touches my hair is a leave-in conditioner. And I love to use one with heat protection because I do like to sit under the hooded dryer and it just keeps my hair moisturized and protected from any outside heat. Next, I'm just distributing the product with my detangling brush. Now you see this? We're not going to deal with flat roots. What we're going to do is disturb the curl pattern at the root by brushing our hair all the way back. Moving on to styling, we're going to section off our hair in small horizontal sections. Now, if your hair dries really fast like mine, the trick is to keep adding water. Now, if you want your hair to last Monday through Sunday, you need to be using a stronghold gel because the curl cast that this is going to give you is going to make your hair last throughout the whole week. So I start from the ends of my hair and work my way up to my roots. You're going to put your styling brush all the way to your roots and use the ribbon method while pulling down. And your hair should look something like this. Again, to avoid flat roots, the trick is to actually style the top section of your hair forward and then flip it back. Next, when your hair is all the way back, you're gonna wanna take these clips, pinch your roots, and then clip them up. Now I'm just gonna sit under my hooded dryer and wait till my curl cast is 100% formed. After the curl cast is formed, I'm gonna go in with a sealing oil. And basically what this does is it seals all the products that we just put in our hair and it keeps in the moisture for longer.
And that's how I'm able to keep my curls perfect all week.
I don't know about you, but whenever I'm doing a wash and go, I need my edges to be sleek. I don't want no frizz, no flyaways, no nothing. So let me show you what I do to get my edges to look nice and sleek. One of my favorite edge controls is the Kiss Colors and Care Edge Fixer. This one is so good for smoothing out your hair. So I take my edge brush and I put it inside. I go in and I'm pre-laying the edges before we style. So now I'm going in with my mousse. I'm using the Camille Rose Spiked Honey Mousse. Because this already has product, I'm just going to apply. Oh, I forgot to wet my hair. Wait, just kidding. Let me wet my hair. So you're gonna take it, and since it's already been smooth, you're going to ta-da! And now whether you're choosing to air dry your hair or diffuse your hair, you're already setting this hair in place. This also applies to when I'm doing the front of my hair, so I just throw on some edge control to really just get me looking nice and smooth. Sometimes I do a little bit of a pre-swoop motion before my curls are all the way dry. I'm gonna style my hair towards the back so we can have some like volume. For the final front piece, I just really like to make sure it is smooth, like super smooth, and then let the curl fall. And now that the curls are fully dry, you can really see how polished and seamless it is. Look at my edges, you guys. Nice and blended. It literally is smooth to the end of the curl. Try it and let me know what you think.
Welcome to my curly hair routine for extremely juice-delicious, hydrated, and defined, shiny, long-lasting curls. Woo girl, I needed to wash my hair so bad. So first step, I go in with this Innersense hair bath. It's so nice. It's so minty, refreshing. My hair feels so clean after using it. And I don't just do one shampoo, I do two. I use the Be Curly Advanced shampoo from Aveda. This one is amazing. Great lather. I split my hair in half to really ensure that I scrub. I also use a scalp scrubber to really lift up any extra product buildup, and then I go in with the soothing conditioner and I really section off my hair well and make sure to fully saturate my mids and ends. I claw clip my hair gently up and then I let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I thoroughly rinse it all out. I feel like a lot of the time we leave a bunch of product from the shower in our hair, but we need a fresh foundation for the extra products that we use to style. And the day that you start sectioning off your hair and styling that way, your strands will thank you. I like to rub my hands with product first and then apply everything because I feel like you get a more even application that way. I love the unbrush. I don't care. I will die on that hill. I love it. It's so gentle on my hair. I went in with the Innersense Curl Memory and then I rake and shake to create really defined curl clumps. This is not sponsored at all. I just really love Innersense. Honestly, lately it's been great, especially in the winter for my hair. I re-wet and applied those same products that I use on the bottom half of my hair to the top. The biggest thing for me when styling is to really make sure that all of my products are getting evenly distributed so that there's not any weird patches of frizz or curls that just aren't defined. Part of the way through brush styling, I just scrunch, and then once that's all done, I do an overall scrunch and we go in with this Shark Glam. I love this thing so much. I hover diffuse for about 5 to 10 minutes to seal in that gel cast. I gently flip my hair over just to really dry my hair and make sure that it's lifted from the roots. Once my hair is more fully dried and super duper crunchy, we go in with a nice hair serum. This is the Redken Naked Gloss. I gently go in with my praying hands method again just to break off that cast. Give some extra love to your ends, of course. I love this pick from Pattern. It's amazing, and I just toss my hair kind of like a salad for a little extra oomph. And this wash day usually lasts me at least 3 to 4 days without needing any touch-ups. And here are my final results. So
hey y'all, so a lot of y'all have asked me what my curly hair routine is, and I've done one of these before. If you like scroll down all the way on my TikTok, you'll see it eventually, but this is my updated one. All the products that I use in order: Carol's Daughter Divine Strength Leave-In Cream. I'll put a little bit of the Carol's Daughter True Stretch Defining Cream. Then I use this Brazilian stuff. I got it from the Beauty Supply store. This is the star of my curly hair routine. Like, this is what I like distribute evenly. Then I use this brush, which is the Bounce Curl Brush. Then I'll use the Cream of Nature Pure Honey Shrinkage Defense Curl Activator. I love this. It's like a locking gel for me, I feel like. Then on top of everything, I'll use the Aunt Jackie's Frizz Patrol Setting Mousse. I'll use this like on top of everything. And then I use Got To Be on my edges. So I already put in the leave-in. Then take this on each side. So I take sections like this. I take a good amount for each section. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I drench my hair in product. Also, I make sure to get in the root. Like, getting in the root is very important for my hair. Like, I used to have issues with like super defined hair but puffy roots. I just was not distributing it well, so I make sure to get in there. Then I'll use this, brush the section. It's pointy like that on the end for a reason. So go like this, take this, and go like that. Do the same thing. Take a bit. I take small sections. Do another one. I try to get as close to the root as possible, making sure to like go like this. Like, you want it to be like this. So I'm gonna continue to do that for the next section till I get to like the top. Okay, so as I get to like the front of my hair, this I'm going to leave out because like this whole area is gonna be left out so I can push it back, because I don't like parts. If you want a no part look, you gotta push it back. Okay, now we have this front piece. So I'm going to brush it forward. Now that the part is out, I'm going to take a line of that, brush it up, and brush it back. I'm keeping that to every piece on front. I'm going to take the Cream of Nature, and I'm going to take a generous amount, about that much, and I'm literally just going to like coat this in my hair, like lightly coat this in my hair. Scrunch it up with it. I only have 33 seconds left, but I'm going to use this and just like put it on my hair. Okay, now I'm gonna do my edges. I'm gonna show y'all what that looks like. Okay, and this is the hair. Did my edges. Yeah. And then I'll just wait for it to dry. It dries really defined and stuff, a little bit of shrinkage or whatever. But yeah, this is like a top tier routine. I'm glad I found it.
Y'all have been asking me for my curly hair routine, and here it is, girl. Here is everything I do step by step, and here are the products that I use. I start off by sectioning my hair at the bottom section and spraying water only on the ends. Try not to get it in the roots because it just makes it faster to dry. I add my leave-in, which is Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls, and then I go in with the AG Care Volume Mousse. This literally is liquid gold for 3B, 3C hair. And I section the top off. I basically just repeating the same steps throughout my hair, but for the final step, the middle part, I basically just brush these sides sides down and brush out my bangs. And the last but probably the most important step, extreme gel girl. Praying hands method, and this is the result. Soft, fluffy, voluminous. I love it.
때론 그리움이 우릴 서로 적겠지만 사랑한 그것만 그만 Keep it up, keep it 어떤 말로 표현할 수 있을까 어떤 마음으로 널 전할 수 있을까 멀리 가진 않겠지만 우린 더 볼 수 있겠지만 사랑한 수많은 계절만큼만 One, two, three 꽤나 머뭇거렸었지 Take your time 아득하기만 했었지 Those were the days 빙글빙글 주위를 맴돌기만 했어 Oh, I don't wanna last dance 어쩌면 많이 울 것 같아 Waiting to get there 나를 보고 말해줘 때론 그리움이 우릴 서로 적겠지만 사랑한 그것만 그만 Keep it up, keep it 어떤 말로 표현할 수 있을까 어떤 마음으로 널 전할 수 있을까 멀리 가진 않겠지만 우린 더 볼 수 있겠지만 사랑한 수많은 계절만큼만 Keep it up, do you like that? Moving on, coming right there yeah. Keep it up, do you like that? Moving on, coming right there 다가가면 갈수록 I know how you feel baby 조금 더 솔직해져 봐 너 없인 안 될 것 같은데 No 어떤 말로 표현할 수 있을까 마음으로 날
long-awaited hair tutorial. I use the Shea Moisture Daily Hydration Shampoo and the Repair Pantene Conditioner. I take it from the middle of my hair and then I put the rest up. Then I use the Curl Enhancing Smoothie the Eco Argan Oil. Then I don't have a spray bottle, so I will be dipping my head in the sink. Then I use these clips to like pin my hair up when I'm not using that section. Yeah, I basically just comb everything out. I use like a good amount too. Then I use a gel, but I don't mix this one in that much because you want it to kind of have a cast and for it to last long. Then I just do the second section. When I get close to the top, I just separate. I just twist it. Okay, I'm at the top of the left side. And for this one, I'm gonna finger coil the top so it gives my hair like a shape because the top always grows faster than the bottom for some reason. Guys, this is literally what curl training is. I didn't even curl that. And the top of my hair is always straighter than the rest, so. And then for this part, I just brush it through. And then for the shape, I just finger coil, but I only finger coil the bottom. Okay, so now I flip my hair back. Okay, what I do is I just dry it like this, then I flip it this way and then do the same thing to this side, then I go upside down, and then I stretch it. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys what that looks like after I dry everything. And this usually takes like at least 30, maybe 40 minutes. This is mostly for length.
It's been a while since I walked you guys through my curly hair routine, so if you want your curls to look anything like this, keep watching. You always want to start by detangling. You need your hair to be wet. I usually do my curly hair routine straight after the shower. Next step is always going in with some kind of spray leave-in. I like to use a spray because I also like to use curl cream, and I've found that spray products are more lightweight. So I put this generously across my entire head of hair, also getting in my roots. I get a lot of comments about like, what's the difference between curl cream and leave-in? Leave-ins are for nourishment and care, whereas curl cream is for like to enhance your curl shape and definition. You can take nothing away from this video so long as you take the advice that you need to be sectioning your hair when you do it. I don't care what you do, as long as you at least do this one part. I guarantee you your hair isn't coming out as good as it can if you're not clipping off the crown of your head. So I just take that kind of like temple piece, which is the top part of my hair, and I clip it away to only work on this bottom. You want to go in with a curl cream. Products always take a lot of trial and error to figure out kind of like what works, how much works. So be patient with yourself with that. But I take a good amount, I don't know, rub it between my hands and then evenly distribute it to both sides. Then I brush style. I have probably tried every single brush that you can think of to style curly hair on the planet, and I will always return to my Bounce Curl Define brush. I tuck the brush up and under, and I make sure to brush away from my scalp. I like to take sections that are about as wide as the brush to kind of like speed up the process, but brushing up and away is so important if you want lift at your root. This is what's gonna keep you from having like really flat curls. Once you finish the entire bottom part, you're going to clip down the top. You don't really need to worry about mixing the two of these up because you're just gonna throw this whole thing in front of your face. It gets a little bit knotted in the clip, so I just like to detangle it first with my tangle teaser, like brushing everything forward. You're gonna go back in with the curl cream. Go ahead and rake that through this entire top part. The way that you style your crown is so important, so pay very close attention. You're going to take small horizontal sections of hair, take your brush, tuck it under, and then brush up and back, letting it fall. Grabbing these horizontal sections is how you're going to make sure that it's not like compressed to any kind of part. It's going to make sure that your hair can move freely around, and it's going to help you avoid a middle part over time. These horizontal pieces don't have to be perfect, but they just have to be horizontal. Once I get to this little front section, I've honestly been taking a middle part here and then brushing it forward like that. I've kind of been like playing around, but I've found that this makes my hair last a lot longer. Okay, now Everything is brush styled. You kind of just like shake it and it'll fall how it wants to fall. Here is where gel comes in. So I like to take about like a palm full amount. Make sure you rub it evenly between your hands, and you're going to hover over everything, ideally not getting a glob like that anywhere, but hover and then scrunch up. And then with the gel on this side, do the same thing. You want to do that first to make sure that both sides are evenly coated, and then you can kind of flip around and start scrunching more like liberally. Scrunching with the gel is going to help your curls curl at the root more. As you can see, I have a lot of lift up here. I like to let my hair air dry until a cast has formed, and then I will just go in and diffuse until it's like 75% dry, and then I'll let it air dry again the rest of the way. So I'll be back when it's completely dry. Now that my hair is completely dry, this is what it looks like. I diffused and I also shook in some hair oil just to kind of like break up the cast. You have the flexibility to move it around however you want. If there's one curly hair routine you try, let it be this one. It is so good. It never fails me. If you try it out, make sure to tag me in your results. I want to see. Curly hair, it doesn't have to be difficult. Happy styling.
Today I'm going to show you how I achieve these curls. Can you tell I don't want to do this? First, I'm gonna section off my hair into 4 sections. I start with the back section, split off into rows. I'm gonna wet my hair a little bit. For me, I don't think my hair has to be drenched.
A few moments later.
Okay, wait. Maybe my hair should be wet because that actually looks a lot better. Okay, I take back what I said.
First, I go in with the Rizos Curls Stronghold Gel. I need a Stronghold Gel because otherwise my hair will not stay. Then I go in with the Mousse Depth Texture Foam. As a do, I love this product. I go in with like 3 to 4 pumps. And then I just coat my hair and then rake it through. And then I separate the curls. Like if there's big clumps like this, kind of just split it into 2. This is how the first section looks. Also, I do use a leave-in conditioner. Today I used As I Am leave-in conditioner. I put that on in the shower. I like to do gel before mousse because it's looking too much. The gel is like the main defining agent, I guess, and then the mousse just kind of seals that in. And you low-key want your hair to look like Santa Claus. Like, it should be pretty white looking. I promise it'll dry normally. I do that to the entire back of my head. For the middle sections of my hair that are like especially coily, I focus the gel a lot on my root and my ends. And I do this so that the pattern basically just matches the rest of my hair. Like I would say the 4B area of my hair is in the middle, and then the rest of my hair, like the front and the very like back underneath, are more 4A. Just finished the back of my head. Now I'm gonna do the crown of my head. Basically, I'm gonna section off like the middle section and then do each side individually, going up and rows going this way, and then I'm gonna do rows going this way. It doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna show you guys. How did I accidentally make a V? That's not what I wanted. I don't know if like I can call this vertical or horizontal because it's going that way and these are gonna go this way. Like, so I'm gonna split off sections and then I'm gonna style going up. Okay, so I just finished the 2 side sections and pinned them back. I'm gonna start in the back sections facing this way and come forward. Just twist them back. Oh my gosh, so overstimulating. I'm scared of diffusing, so I'm gonna let my hair air dry for like a good 20-30 minutes and then I'll come back and diffuse and I'll show you guys the finished product tomorrow when I wake up.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. All credit goes to the original creators. See you in the next one.